Hello everyone, welcome back for more Let's Play Breath of Fire. Now that we've kinda gotten past the, more tedious part of the game, one of the more tedious parts anyway, we have some traveling to do. So let's take a look at the things we can do with Mogu here. I'm not walking there with him in front. But I will walk right here, because if we just stop for a second... Yeah. Put him in front of the party. Mogu can dig. And depending on where you dig, sometimes you will come up with some interesting things, like a root. What does the root do? Let's see what the game tells us first. Ingredient for a tonic. That's all it tells us. We will need that later. But we are here now, so we might as well grab the damn thing. I need to put some of these things in storage, don't I? Probably. But for now... I don't have anything else I can equip on Mogu there. For now, let's do a little world traveling here and start to get in the realm of powering up a little bit. So we are here. Well, let's go to Camlin first. Why not? There's something near Camlin we can access. Not cure. With Ryu in front of the party now. Most of Camlin hasn't changed since the last time we were here. We have a whole celebration going on. We close our eyes and they have now made a statue of Ryu. We can't look at it or anything, but that's pretty much the only real new thing around here. A 1 GPN is good to just go ahead and refresh, because why not? But that's not really the reason we're here. I mean, we warp here because it's faster to get to where we're going from here than anywhere else. But that's not really the point we need to worry about. Also, yeah, there is a way down into the water. At this point, I don't believe there's a reason to go into the water. I mean, I could go in there and poke around, but... as far as knowing where we are and such, we will just keep this in mind for later. I will go exploring there, because I don't think there's anything we can do there right at this exact moment. I mean, it's kind of where we've already been. We kind of been in that area, so I don't think there's any need to go explore in there. But I may go in off screen, I may go down in that little area and see if anything new pops up. I don't think it will. For now, go across this bridge, and I believe to the north of where we are is exactly what I'm looking for. Because there was something we passed by a few times early in the game. Something that looked somewhat there it is. That little mark on the ground. These are also other spots where we can have Mogu dig and uncover things. this case... Do your thing, Mogu. The only thing you really get to do. We end up underground with another guy in a weird robe. Okay. So Karn is going to learn a spell. This is his third spell. And the third spell will lead directly into the fourth, but we'll get there in a second. We will get there shortly. He's learned the spell of simulation, and we can't do any... We don't need to turn into anything just yet. We will get to see this third form fairly soon. But for now, before we mess with that, we are going to warp over near where we ran into the other dig spot, the Dragon's Head dig spot, and not the one near Spring, but the one over near Toonlin. Not Toonlin. Kantar. Getting my names mixed up here. See if I can remember exactly where it is. I think it's directly to the east of where we uncovered the giant. Which would mean we're somewhere near it. Unfortunately, we also have a lot of enemies. I am tempted to use a marble. There it is. And yes, Mogu gets to stay on the sidelines because as far as I can tell, there is never a reason to force him into the party for combat. And with his stats, at least at first, it's wise to not have him in combat. Because, frankly, he's kind of embarrassing in combat. Also, we're going to do a thing here. Mogu gets to take something to the face in a second. We'll take a light potion. This one is trapped. It triggered a boom and actually kills Mogu. We got a free clog out of it. But over here, Mogu can open up one for a new potion. And then open Destroying, which completely recovers his hit points and ability points, along with Vitality Potion. Yeah, the game's having fun with us that way. Who should I put that on? You got full. You got full. You have Rod and Ring. We'll need that in a second. Aren't you full? Let's go ahead and give you something. I don't think it actually does much. Let's take a look at this thing. I don't think I've ever actually looked at the clog. Okay, agility increase. I think I did look at it and just forgot. There we go. Clog up. So now we've done all the digging we're going to do for the time being. Let me move you here. I am then going to Unlock the power of Doof. Doof. And notice that that's a lot of people that just got merged. Let's go ahead and put Doof on the front lines. Actually, no, let's go ahead and put Doof second. Because there is a thing we are going to be doing very, very soon. And then Blue can actually jump in. Because Gobi and Mogu not gonna be in the party anytime soon as far as combat goes. I should at least show it off, huh? Doof is that big ass mamma jamma right there. Thing is, I don't know if he's technically more powerful than the Shin form we start with. I mean, it looks like it. The problem with this form is it doesn't actually have the capability to hunt or to walk through forests and such. So, you know. But it's there, and it is actually more powerful on the overworld. Go figure. Whoops. Just to save a bit of time here. We are going to warp back to Tantar. Because there's something else fairly close to the town we need to pick up. We could have done this earlier, but did not. Kind of like the route, I don't know if there's if we really needed to do it right now, but we're going to. The route may just end up sitting in the inventory for a while. But there's a well over here. Let's see. We'll play worm for the fishing. And we catch a slab. What does this slab do, you may ask? Written in an ancient language, where the mystic water lies, the ultimate power sleeps. So it tells us something. Will we actually use the slab? Yeah, we'll figure that out later. But since we're here... go ahead and feed you everything that is not a wisdom potion. And there are reasons that I'm basically just buffing his stats and no one else. There are many reasons for this. Actually, let's do a tiny bit of organization here. So I've got a bunch of stuff here. That isn't actually, you know, stuff we're going to be using anytime soon. Okay, I think that's everything I'm worried about. Yeah. Also need to get rid of that rod 2 now that I have the rod 4 and 5. Because the rod 4 and 5 both fish, but rod 5 won't pull up fish in certain areas. Like the place where we get the slab, or in special ponds and all that. Anyway. For what we are about to do next, let's see, I believe first we want to go to Gust. I need to move Doof to the front of the party for this. Fate is always in our hands. Good old Doof here. Let's see if I can remember which house you were in, Flute Maker. Yeah, good you. Big old stack of crates there. We can move and get an earth robe. Now the thing is, I'm going to show this off. Notice the angle armor there. Earth robe is not equipable by you, is it not? Oh, that's right. It's the other piece of equipment that's Nina and Blue exclusive. Decent defense power. Out of the 8, anybody that is not Nina and not Karn. Not Nina, not Karn. Okay. Let's actually take a look and see who can benefit from this thing. Of course, I automatically click on Karn. I don't think this is better than the life armor. No, it is not. I don't know if it's better than the angle armor here. It is, but not by a ton. 12 points. Who gets the biggest boost out of this? 13 points. Slightly better. I think you have World, so you'd be 13 points. You have Bronze armor. You have a Spine Cloak. So it, almost a 30-point boost. But I think you're going to get the biggest boost out of this. Yeah, that's like a 60-point boost. Even though we're not using him, decent piece of equipment. Might as well take the thing with us. Might as well actually find a use for it, and we can get rid of that bronze armor off screen. So with Doof still in the lead, we got one more thing to do before we continue on with the plot. Heading all the way back to Bleak, which is no longer in perpetual nighttime. So let's see, which house was it? I think it was this one. Yes, it was this one. So you notice we've got a couple of crates stacked up here that good old Doof can actually get into. And we get the clear cloak. This is a piece that's exclusive for Nina and Blue. This is the piece I was thinking of. Defense power a full 100 there. Let's see. Nina is slightly in more need of it. She has fewer hit points than Blue. Now getting out of there. We get to fall down another hole, and we get to meet this dude. So yeah, that's your cue that Karn can learn another spell from him. Learned a spell of simulation again. Let's go ahead and unveil Puka. Doof did not get to stick around long. Now it's Puka. And we have one last member of this team that doesn't get to do anything in Mogu there. Poor Mogu. I don't think Mogu did anything to deserve being crapped on like this. Except he's just not that useful. It's sad, I know, but... Puka here is going to manage to get us a couple of new things. Because I don't know if you remember, but there have been these little things built into some of the overworld. You'll be able to see one almost as soon as we leave Aria here. That little plate up there. Puka is the key to actually opening these things up. Puka makes funny noise, plate moves. I don't know if it's magic or if it's just, you know, Puka doing something. And the dark bracelet there. So, let's take a look and see what it says about this thing. Doesn't say anything about it, but Karn can put it on. So he can replace the completely useless silver bracelet. And if you look, his magic and his act and his fate all jump up by a big chunk. Well, magic jumped up a little, but that we don't really care because Karn only has one spell, and that's Diffuse. But the luck stat and the agility stat both basically get a nice big fat boost. So, one last stop before we continue on with the plot here. We head over to Gust. We leave through the south exits. And we work our way down. I suppose I should confess to something. Those trees you're seeing right there, if I wanted to revert and free up Ox, Ox could actually punch those trees and get fruit out of them. Ooh, Bolt X. Yeah, Ox can do it. And at any time, we can press A to quack. Unfortunately, quacking does nothing to the trees. But over here is another plate. We quack at the plate. We get to go in here and find ourselves yet another piece of equipment. The Love Bracelet. This, I believe, let's actually take a look at it and see if it actually tells us what this thing does. No, it does not. It just tells you Nina and Blue can equip it. So let's go ahead. I think... Yep, you have a completely useless silver bracelet there. Let us change that for something useful. What exactly it does... That's kind of sort of a mystery, a little bit. I don't think it actually tells you in-game what the Love Bracelet there does. So, if I... let's see, how am I gonna... How can I, It's probably also not something you're going to see the effects of very easily. But effectively, what that thing does is, if you're out in the field and you're walking around, it will recover some of your hit points. It recovers hit points as you take steps. Which, okay, that's pretty solid, really. Sadly, only 2 characters can equip it, and they're not exactly the tanks of the game. So they're not going to be taking the most damage overall. But, you know, I mean, it's better than nothing. I mean, I'm not going to complain about getting it, except for the fact that, yeah, it's kind of on the two of the worst characters to actually put it on, because those characters will never see the front lines, and thus they will not take the majority of the damage, and thus not benefit from all that fully. You know, it's just one of those things. It's like, you could have done something with that. Anyway. We've now kind of reached the end point of the useful section of this video. Although useful is debatable. So what we're going to do is we're going to go all the way back to spring, because that is where we need to go next. Because if you recall, the people in spring said that we needed the mole person to dig our way into that tower to the south. Yeah, it's expensive, but we got money. Then we're gonna go save. And I'm gonna call it here. Off screen, I'm probably going to do some item management and see if I can't sell some useless equipment, like those silver bracelets. Things like that. But anyway, yeah. Next time, we're actually going to go to that tower and see if we can't rush our way through there. And see what we can do about for the people of spring here. Because there is a secret in spring we need to actually get to. But we can't do that until the place thaws. Anyway. Until next time. Take care, everybody.